Welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a fantastic, comprehensive look at today's tech landscape for you. We're going to start right in the palm of your hand, looking at a major shift in the privacy of your personal messages. And then we're going to zoom way out to look at some massive, billion-dollar industry maneuvers that are literally reshaping the global economy. So let's dive right into the U.S. Tech News Daily Report for May 8th, 2026. Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, an Instagram privacy pivot. 2, the tech job boom. 3, PayPal's 3 pillars. And 4, we'll wrap up with some industry flash updates. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, privacy and social media, and the end of Instagram E2E. So, I've got to ask, are your Instagram messages still private? If you're sending direct messages to friends or colleagues right now, you probably just assume those conversations are totally shielded from the platform itself, right? Well, as of today, that assumption is officially incorrect. Yep, looking at today's daily report, Meta has officially discontinued support for optional end-to-end encryption on Instagram. And the implications here are massive. It basically means that any new messages you share on the platform are no longer shielded from Meta's access. The safety net of that optional encryption toggle, it's entirely gone. Now, what's kind of wild here is the strategic divergence happening right inside Meta's own ecosystem. While Instagram is completely dropping end-to-end encryption, WhatsApp and Messenger are still treating it as a foundational focus. This really suggests that Meta is fundamentally separating the purpose of its platforms. They're treating Instagram as more of a public broadcasting space, while reserving true lockdown privacy for their dedicated messaging apps. So what's the big takeaway for us? Well, the official recommendation is absolutely crucial and urgent. If you have legacy encrypted chats on Instagram, export your data immediately. Seriously, do not just assume that your historical, lockdown archives are going to remain perfectly siloed under this new architecture. Moving on to Section 2, labor market trends, where U.S. tech hiring just hit a 3-year high. Now that we've looked at the software in our pockets, we really need to examine the people actually building it. 271,483. According to CompTIA, that is a staggering volume of new tech job postings listed in April alone. The tech job market is showing us an incredibly robust recovery right now, and it's successfully driven the tech unemployment rate down to just 3.5%. But this isn't just a generalized free-for-all hiring spree. It's highly targeted. Systems engineers are actually leading the surge with a massive 42.7% increase in demand, followed pretty closely by software developers at 32.3%. Companies are aggressively hunting for the architects who can build complex digital infrastructures. So what's driving all this? Well, the primary driver is the stabilization of corporate AI integration. After years of basically just experimenting, companies finally have concrete AI strategies in place, and they need massive technical talent to actually execute them. Actually, scratch that whole AI is replacing workers narrative. It's actively fueling a massive new wave of recruitment.
Okay, Section 3, corporate restructuring and M&A. Let's look at the strategic realignment happening at PayPal.
Pulling back from the labor market and stepping into the corporate boardrooms, PayPal's CEO Enrique Lores has announced a brand new operational model for the fintech giant. He's officially dividing the entire company into 3 distinct pillars to really streamline their focus. Pillar 1 is checkout solutions, handling their core transaction processing. Pillar 2 is consumer financial services, which is heavily focused on scaling Venmo. And Pillar 3 is payment services, entirely dedicated to their crypto initiatives. This gives us a crystal clear signal of where fintech is heading: traditional checkout, peer-to-peer consumer scaling, and the deep integration of cryptocurrency. But this reorganization isn't just about focus, right? It's about extreme corporate efficiency. Through this 3-pillar restructuring, PayPal is targeting a staggering $1.5 billion in savings over the next 3 years. It's a classic corporate pivot. You specialize the teams, you cut the overlap, and you drive massive financial efficiency. And just to help you understand the sheer volume of capital moving around in this space right now, just look at recent M&A activity. Long Lake Management has agreed to acquire American Express Global Business Travel for $6.3 billion. And get this, it's entirely in cash. That is a colossal movement of liquid capital, signaling some incredibly deep confidence in the corporate travel and financial management sectors. Finally, Section 4, product and industry updates, covering hardware, biotech, and spin-offs. Let's start with a quick hardware update.
Samsung has just launched its new Vision AI-powered mini LED TV lineup. And the real standout feature here is the NQ4 AI Gen 2 processor. This is exactly where all that booming AI labor force we talked about is being directed. They are building processors that provide real-time picture and sound optimization right there in your living room.
Over in the biotech sector, we have a sudden pivot. Princeton-based Sologenics has abruptly halted its Phase 3 Flash 2 trial for Highbright, which is forcing a major realignment of their research pipeline. Meanwhile, in corporate data, S&P Global just announced the board for Mobility Global, which is a brand new spin-off focused entirely on the booming automotive technology sector. So, let's tie all of this together. Connecting these dots reveals a really profound shift. On one hand, we're seeing our digital expectations fundamentally change as Instagram drops its privacy shields. Yet, simultaneously, the tech economy is surging with over 271,000 new jobs, driving unemployment to near record lows. Add to that billion-dollar corporate efficiencies at places like PayPal and real-time AI integrating directly into the hardware in our homes. It all connects, doesn't it? The massive hiring in AI leads to smarter hardware in our homes and hyper-efficient corporate structures managing our money. But it brings us right back to where we started. As AI integrates deeper into our physical world and fuels this massive economic boom, are we quietly trading away our foundational digital privacy just to pay the toll for this new convenience? Honestly, it might just be the defining question of today's tech landscape. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.